streets, they left their mark. In the alleys, whispers grow. Hooligans strike their hidden blow. Walls get painted with the truth. Revolution in the hands of youth. Jeff and the hooligans carve their fate, shouting till the morning late. Power shifts when crowds unite. In the chaos rides the light. Corporate suits try to control. Hooligans aim for heart and soul. Jeff's words light the spark, echoing through the park. From the suburbs to the slum, hooligans beat their drum. Jeff leads the fearless crew, turning red, white, and blue. Jeff and the hooligans carve their fate, shouting till the morning late. Power shifts when crowds unite. In the chaos rides the light. Jeff and the hooligans carve their fate, shouting till the morning late. Power shifts when crowds unite. In the chaos rides the light.
What is up, hooligans? And happy freedom. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. I appreciate all of you guys being here. If you're over on Rumble, please hit that like button. More likes equals more hooligans. We're going to read through the schedule really quick, and then we will be checking on all the chats. So let me know how you hooligans are doing today. Then, of course, we'll be getting things started. Well, once again, we're going to be talking about the State of the Union address, because that wasn't yesterday. That was actually supposed to happen today. I had it on the schedule yesterday. They're doing something weird at the White House, though. They're playing a State of the Union address right now, or at least that's what it looks like at the White House. But then there's a banner across the bottom saying it's not supposed to, President Trump's not supposed to be live till 9 p.m. Eastern time. So I don't know what the hell they're doing on the White House live. I highly doubt they know what they're doing, considering how their lives run and their audio sucks ass every time they're live. I mean, we can just go ahead and call that. Guarantee today's audio is going to suck, and I will have to do a bunch of shit to boost it and all of that. I wish they would just hire me. Just stop fucking around and hire me. Either way, we're going to be starting out with this live titled, this first video titled, Karoline Leavitt speaks ahead of Trump's State of the Union address, Iran, DHS, and more. Karoline Leavitt was doing a parking lot presser earlier, so we're going to cover that. Then we have a video titled, Guthrie family increases reward to $1 million in search for missing 84-year-old mother. So if you guys, if you know where she's at, we could use those $1 million hairs. Then we got a video titled, AMD clinches second mega chip supply deal. This time it's with Meta. AMD, they're making their stock valuable. It'd probably be a good time to get in. I can't give you financial advice, but I highly doubt this AI is going anywhere. Then we have a video titled, NYPD officers pelted with snowballs at Washington Square Park. They're taking this really seriously, but they weren't very serious when it was illegals. It was whooping the shit out of cops. But, you throw snowballs and stuff, that's real serious. Then we got our midlife break, our funny video halfway through. Today it was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, Bring on the Incident. Then getting back into the news, we got a video titled, Pentagon threatens to end Anthropic. Work in few AI terms. Basically, Anthropic has created AI so powerful that the government is trying to crack down on it, saying you have to bend to our will or we will eliminate you. Then we have a video titled, American tourist stranded in Mexico after cartel leader has been smoked. That's obviously a follow-up video. Then we have a video titled, Top Oversight Dem on Epstein files, saying there clearly are documents missing. So they're claiming that President Trump is hiding Epstein files or refused to have certain files released, and that he's covering up a crime is what they're saying. That's pretty crazy accusations there. Then for the last little bit of the news, it is Lefties Losing It, and today it's titled, Nicki Minaj slams Gavin Newsom for racist remarks. Interesting. Democrats being racist? Imagine that. Then we're going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Watchman. And we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one was provided by Contains Alcohol, and it's titled Orange Eagle on Ice. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Around and Around We Go. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see how you hooligans are doing today. And my mouse is freezing, so I wonder if the live is going to freeze up. We'll see. Russell, you're too early. You're too early. What is up, everyone, over on jeffmaclive.com. What's up, Snooks? What's up, Ghostly? What's up, Guessum? What's up, Russell? What's up, Salty Ragu? What's up, Tom Tom? What's up, 10 Man? Happy freedom, you hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the website. And what is up, everyone, over on Rumble? Puffin' Stuff, you were first today. Happy freedom to you, Puffin' Stuff, and I appreciate you racing the chat. What's up, Kicks? Happy freedom. What's up, Ghostly? Ghostly, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. What's up, Kevin? What's up to all the care? Happy freedom. What's up, Deb? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Watchman? Happy freedom. What's up, Otters? Happy freedom to you. Let's see. Make sure we get everybody. What's up, Tony Rez? Happy freedom. Hair Juicer, you're omnipresent. I appreciate you. Let me see. What's up, Elder Zoomer? What's up, Kaz? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Fresca Bean? Happy freedom to you. I think we got everybody. Go ahead and hit that like button. See if you can get us back on the front page of Rumble. And what is up, everyone, over on Kick? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Ghostly, you are truly omnipresent. Kick has the least amount of delay. Interesting. I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know, Ghostly. Unfortunately, Kick has got a lot of bots, and it has AI moderators that I can't turn off. So if you say the wrong thing, your shit will get flagged, and there isn't anything I can do about it. Let's see. What is up, everyone, over on Twitch? Ghostly, you are truly omnipresent. What's up, Low Ender? Happy freedom to you. And what is up, everyone, over on the Goof Tube? Ghostly, you were first today. Let me see. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Larry? What's up, Duramax? Happy freedom. What's up, Buckeye? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being on the commie tube. Go ahead and hit that like button. It's like a big FU to censorship. And what is up, everyone, over on X? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. Like I said, we're going to be starting off with Karoline Leavitt and this parking lot presser that she did earlier today. I don't know what makes her do this versus a regular press briefing, because the only difference is where she's standing. So I'm not sure how they make these decisions, but either way, I don't know why her face is so textured. Anyways, keep my thoughts to myself. Go ahead and hit that like button, and let's get into this first video.
Sure. He will call on Democrats in Congress to reopen the Department of Homeland Security. It's despicable that they have shut down this agency that is responsible not just for the deportations of murderers and criminals whom none of you, including Democrat politicians, would want living in your communities, but also FEMA, who is on the ground in the Northeast right now, restoring electricity and power for families who have been impacted by the blizzard. You look at your United States Coast Guard, men and women who are not being paid because of Democrat politicians who have shut down the Department of Homeland Security, the United States Secret Service, which of course is essential to protecting the President of the United States. They just did honorably this past weekend when an armed crazy person intruded at the President's personal property in Florida. These are great men and women who are working around the clock to keep our homeland safe, and it's terrible that Democrat politicians have shut them down. And it is impacting TSA as well, which is why they have been updating the guidance. As for internal deliberations on that, I would defer you to the Department of Homeland Security directly. But of course, there is going to be an impact at airports when you shut down the department that's responsible for funding TSA agents and providing them their paychecks. And it's an unfortunate consequence, and it's completely avoidable if Democrats do the right thing and get these great men and women paid. No, the president's initial statement, and the president reiterated that statement last night on True Social, that Operation Midnight Hammer was an overwhelmingly successful mission that did, in fact, obliterate Iran's nuclear facilities. That is not just verified by the President of the United States, but also the International Atomic Energy Commission as well. That does not mean that Iran may never try again to establish a nuclear program that could directly threaten the United States and our allies abroad, and that's what the president wants to ensure can never happen again. And just one more note, but with respect to Iran, before I run into my morning meeting, President Trump's first option is always diplomacy. But as he has shown, he is willing to use the lethal force of the United States military if necessary. So it's always the president is always the final decision maker around here. And I've seen a lot of sensationalist reporting over the past day that is just completely untrue. And anyone speculating to the media, hiding behind an anonymous source, pretending to know what President Trump is thinking or a decision he will make with respect to action against Iran has no idea what they're talking about.
Okay. Now, I don't know why she ran away like that. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. The press briefing stuff is weird. It's weird. I don't know what, like I was saying, I don't know why they do parking lot pressers and then sometimes they do actual press briefings and then running away like that, just abruptly fleeing. Very weird looking, but it is what it is. Either way, next up we got Guthrie family increases reward to $1 million doll hairs in search for the missing 84-year-old mother. We're going to go ahead and hop right into this. Let's get this pulled up really quick.
Hi there.
Every day this is in the news. It doesn't matter if they got new evidence or anything. Every single day this is in the news. And I don't know. I'm wondering how the story is going to end. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
Hi there. Coming on to say it is day 24 since our mom was taken in the dark of night from her bed. And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then of worrying about her and fearing for her and aching for her. And most of all, just missing her, just missing her. We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying of every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return. And we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark. Thank you.
Okay. I know this is going to bite me in the ass and I shouldn't say this shit, but that speech pattern sounds exactly like Erica Kirk when that shit happened. When Charlie Kirk got killed and all that stuff in front of everybody, and Erica Kirk came out and she did all this public speaking and all this stuff that was kind of unusual. And people started feuding over it. Some say that she was grieving, and that's just her grieving, and that's the way she looks and sounds when she does it. And other people are saying it sounds really weird, and it sounds manipulated and fake, and it's too soon for her to be in the public eye, and it created a bunch of controversy and all this shit. And I let it die down, and I never said my thoughts about it because I don't need any more problems than I already got. Now, like I'm saying, this sounds like the same exact speech pattern. The way she's talking, the pace she's using, the words she's emphasizing on, her body language and everything, it's like she had the same vocal coach. It's like it was the same person wrote the speech. And I mean, that's just my thoughts that are here to kick me in the ass and cause problems for me because I'm too fucking honest and I overshare. But that's what I think when I hear that shit. Either way, they're saying it's day 24 and the reward is now up to $1 million hairs. And I thought it was kind of weird how she worded it like, if you've been waiting and sitting on things, now's your time to come forth. And that kind of implies like people were saying, well, they're not going to pay us enough to give information. So we'll just wait till the reward money goes up and then we'll provide answers. And that's kind of a weird thing to say too, in my opinion. It's all just my opinion. And I know everybody's getting all mad and using their Twitter fingers and shit. And that's great. But either way. Next up, AMD clinches second mega chip supply deal, and this time it's with Meta. This all has to do with AI building and all of that. And like I said, AI is not going anywhere. So if you can figure out what companies are making components for AI, it may or may not be worth investing in because it's the new internet. You know, it's the new computer, the new cell phone. It's the new thing that's going to stick around forever. And so maybe worth putting a couple doll hairs in. I don't know. It just depends how much you like money. Either way, we're going to hop in the chat real quick and see what you hooligans think about these first two videos. First one, once again, Karoline Leavitt doing the parking lot presser out there doing the thing. And the second video there, a follow-up on the Guthrie family situation and $1 million hair reward if you can figure out where mother went. Either way, hopping in the chat. What's up, Guessum? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Nefties? What's up, Green Eyes? Happy freedom. Let me see, Guessum. We could kidnap you, start a GoFundMe. Let's see, you can move to Texas and they will give up money to be made here. I mean, I do need some doll hairs, Guessum. That does sound like a plan. I've been wanting to visit Texas. I've never been there. You got it. I'm in. Let's do it. Come do the thing. Shit. The problem is I sleep naked, so, you know, if you want to kidnap me, you might want to wait till I'm awake. Either way, let me see. Ghostly, don't invest in AI. OpenAI lost over $1 billion last year, and they just keep losing more and more. AI is going to die in the next few years. Well, that's the consumer, though. Meta's the consumer. NVIDIA, they create the graphics cards. They also create processing chips. AMD creates processing chips. Intel creates processing chips. Companies like that, they're the manufacturers. Meta and those kind of people, they're the consumers. They're buying those chips and stuff. And so, yeah, again, I'm not giving financial advice. I was just saying, you know, look into it and stuff because it could be worth a few doll hairs. Nefty's scripted acting, I mean, that's what it looks like to me, but people are going to get mad at me for saying that, so I better just keep my thoughts to myself. Salty Red Girl, you clam bake in the house there? It'd be alright. As long as you got cookies, everything will be fine. Hair Juicer, everyone hates our audio. We should add wind or an idling jet engine. Yeah, Hair Juicer, exactly. They're so bad about the audio at the White House, and I don't get that. I don't understand. Tom, so destroy Iran's nuclear facilities, but let Israel keep their undocumented and uninspected facilities? Gotcha. Yeah, Tom, that's what it seems like. Guess, this is so fishy, ghostly, this shit is so weird. I think it is too. This whole kidnapping thing is very weird. Ghostly, awkward silence. I can't talk today. That's okay. It's because they did that parking lot presser and the press doesn't have microphones pointed at them. So we're only here in Karoline. That's what I mean. Like, why not just do a regular press briefing? Why do it in the parking lot? I don't know. I want the actual reasoning, you know? Go see if AI dies, they'll have no one to sell those chips to. Well, first of all, the chips are already sold. That's coming up. It's a deal that's already done. But these companies still make chips for everything else. Like, they make chips for the processors, chip for your car, chip for your phone, all the way across the board. That's what I mean. You go to the beginning of the chain there, and there's a little bit of security, but, nothing's 100%. Tom, Pentagon employee told me to invest in XRP. It's only went up since then. He said, when they buy into it, you'll wish you did. Still haven't, but should. Yeah, Tom, I mean, investing is a risk. It's all a risk. And like they say, you can tell if you're in a position to invest money if you have excess money. The only money you should put into investments is money that you wouldn't care if it was gone. Money that you have to throw out the window is what I hear anyways. Cass, she was looking textured. I don't know. It kills me because Karoline Leavitt's like 10 years older than me. But she's starting to look like 2-3 years old, or she's 10 years younger than me, but she's starting to look 2 or 3 years older than me. My age group is really fucking weird. Really weird. Because like some girls between 19 and 33, they look the same age. And it's because everybody's doing the same makeup, wearing the same clothes, doing the same hairstyles. Because the internet has synchronized all these women and shit. But then there's other ones where you could tell who does drugs and drinks too much and shit because they look haggard. They're like, hi, I'm 32, and it's like they only got half their teeth, and I don't know. I'm in a weird like age group right now. But Karoline Leavitt, I feel bad for her because she's around all these, super wealthy elite people and stuff, and so she's putting injections in her face and all this stuff. And I look at like Laura Trump and all those kind of people, and they look like they're wearing a mask. They got so much shit in their face that their eyeballs are all sunk in. It's like they have shadows casted over their eyelids because there's so much injections right here. And I don't know. I just feel bad for those people. And Karoline Leavitt, she's doing so much shit to her face. Her face has got texture to it. And I don't know. The girl's not even like 30 years old. She needs to chill out. But it is what it is. What's up, Stowner? Happy freedom to you. Have I pissed enough people off yet? What's up, Colty? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Rib Dog? Happy freedom. R.I.P. Robert Carradine. I don't know if that's who I think it is. Interesting. Let me see. Colty, hope everyone had an amazing day today. I did. Well, that's badass, Colty. I don't know if I've had an amazing day, but I'm glad that you are. It's a major happy freedom to you. Oh, everything just jumped. What is happening? I gotta catch up to the chat. Thank you so much, Bill Tong, for the $5 hairs over on Rumble. You're a badass, Bill Tong. Thank you so much. It says, I need to run. Got a bunch of stuff left to do. Cheers, Jeff and everyone. Some tribal coffee and Bill Tong en route. That's so badass. Thank you so much, Bill Tong. I really appreciate everything you've been doing. What's up, Relax? Happy freedom to you. Let me see. What's up, Pumpkin? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Snooks? Happy freedom. Welcome to the class. Deb, eat as clean as you can. That's what I try to do as long as she washes it. Let me see. What's up, Angry God? Happy freedom to you. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom to you. Trying to catch up in the chat here. What's up, Bill Clay? Happy freedom. What are we doing? We kidnapping Jeff now? I mean, that sounds like the plan. We got to figure out the doll hairs first. Sonar, I bet we could use AI to find her. I mean, $1 million hairs. We could split that a few ways, get it all worked out. What's up, Shroomish? Happy freedom to you. Kicks, AI is nothing but a better spy. Yeah. AI is going to be the downfall of us unless it dies, one or the other. Otters, crocodile tears. Still doesn't pass the sniff test for me. Yeah. It just seems weird that the speech pattern is too much like Erica Kirk. And I don't know, maybe that's what you sound like when you're grieving, I guess. I don't know. I lost my grandma and my grandpa who raised me. Like, that's who raised me. That's who was here for me from being a young little lad all the way until I was a grown-ass man. They raised me. And they both died, and I grieved hard as shit. So bad. I still can't even think about it. Like, if I drink or anything like that, I can't even think about that shit because I'll break down crying. But I don't sound like that. I don't know. I guess when you got enough money, maybe you sound that way. I don't know. Give her the benefit of the doubt, I suppose. Those are wealthy tears. What's up, Patriot Dad? Happy freedom to you. Watchmen usually piss me off at least once a day, but that's what I love about you. Well, it's not intentional. I don't intentionally piss you guys off. I just be thinking my thoughts. I know I really fucked up when I start getting emails and stuff. Cass, I've grieved a lot, trust me, and I've never sounded scripted. Yeah. I don't know, the whole thing sounds weird to me. Shroomish, I'm way behind. I'm jumping all around the chat. I'm like scrolling all the way up and all the way back down. Saldragu, I saved money by switching to Geico. Did you though? Did you really? Because insurance is a fucking scam. Ghostly, do I still get paid if I call and say the CIA took her? They're going to come take you, Ghostly. That's how that works. Blowing the whistle and not realizing it. What's up, Minnesota? Happy freedom. Minnesota, you have no idea how I piss people off. I speak from the heart. That's probably not what you're saying, but that's how it happens. Deb, be loud and proud. Everybody else does, I suppose. Shroomish, yeah, I think you're right. What's up, Sandra's Library? Happy freedom to you. Low ender, sleeping naked is a great security technique. Who's going to attack a screaming, crazy naked guy sprinting towards you? Yeah, with a gun and a giant cat. Nobody. Nobody wants those problems. I'm telling you. And it's all going to be on camera. Good stuff. It's good. I have it all planned out, just in case. Sandra's Library, I was just thinking that about Karoline also. It's sad. Yeah. She's being impressioned by all those people, and it's unfortunate. I wish it wasn't trendy to inject weird shit into your face. I mean, following hair trends and clothes and stuff, you know, that stuff happens. It's always been that way. But, like, injecting shit in your face, making your mouth look like a butthole and everything else, I don't know why they do that. I don't know who's like, ooh, you look prettier than how God made you. I don't know who told them that, but they were lying. What's up, Rich? Happy freedom to you. Thank you so much, Larry, for the $5 hairs over on the GoofTube. Really appreciate you, Larry. Thank you so much for the support. Heck yeah, you're awesome. Oh, look at that. We can... YouTube's new system. It's good stuff. Appreciate you, Larry. What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Shanti? Happy freedom to you. My birthday is coming up, Shanti. I'm getting old. I'm an old man now. Been that way. Right mind, try to piss me off. I don't want to piss people off. It's a natural gift that God gave me. What's up, Feeling Froggy? Happy freedom to you. What's up, TW? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mr. Lynn? What's up, Ohio Kyle? Happy freedom to you, hooligans. What's up, Mike Ingle? Happy freedom to you. She's buried in the desert, possibly in Mexico. My guess illegal was trying to do a robbery and didn't know that she was home. I've heard a lot of people say that. That somebody probably went in the house. She woke up. They smoked her. Body's buried somewhere. It's hard to say. What's up, Trill TV? Happy freedom to you. Make sure we get everybody here. Russell, I won't sleep naked with a cat. She has claws. You gotta raise them right, Russell. Yeah, teach them not to do that. Wake up and they're batting it around like, no, don't do that. Go to sleep. Been waiting for that day? Well, I hope it never comes. You don't want the government knocking on the door. Never. What's up, T1? Happy freedom to you. Kevin, if there's a fire, you really want to be out in Michigan winter naked? No, I want to die in the fucking fire, Kevin. You think I want to survive losing all my shit for a second time? I've already been in a house fire. Smoke me next time. Fuck that. I don't want to live through that shit. Red Cross gives me $100 for clothes. What is that going to do? That barely buys socks and unders. Like, nah, I don't want to survive the next house fire. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, AMD clinches second mega chip supply deal, this time with Meta over here with Facebook and all of that. But before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick, if you'd like to participate in Free Speech Saturday, make sure you post all of your memes over on Discord or on jeffmaclive.com. Just hop in the group chats on either platform. You'll see the tabs labeled memes. Drop what you got and we'll shout you out, as we're making Saturdays more fun. Let's get this polled up. AMD making processors that nobody but Meta can afford. Come on, GoofTube, fight with me. Hit that like button, you hooligans, and let's get into this.
Shares of chip company Advanced Micro Devices jumped as much as 8.5% Tuesday morning, after it agreed to sell up to $60 billion worth of AI chips to Meta platforms. The 5-year deal allows the Facebook owner to purchase as much as 10% of AMD. The chip firm had signed a similar pact with OpenAI last year, which was hailed as a vote of confidence in its products, significantly boosting its stock price. A recent slew of chip supply agreements underscores the huge appetite for processors from the AI industry. Meta has separately struck a deal with AMD's larger rival NVIDIA to buy millions of its AI chips. One analyst tells Reuters that the deal allows Meta to lock in supply and diversify away from one vendor, while AMD gets a vote of confidence in its hardware, though giving up a 10% stake could mean it is struggling to generate organic demand. The partnership is another example of the deepening ties among some of the AI industry's top players, amid rising concerns about circular deals. Investors have expressed worries about the long wait for significant payouts from big tech's relentless spending to expand data center infrastructure. Capital expenditure from Google parent Alphabet, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta is expected to total at least $630 billion this year, according to Reuters calculations, with most of the spending focused on data centers and AI chips. Meta's stock rose fractionally in Tuesday morning trading.
Okay. So like I was saying, AMD, Meta, they're getting together, they're doing things, making some money, as one does. AMD just made a deal with Meta and they increased the value of the AMD stock. Of course, it's going to fluctuate. That's what happens. But they're saying Meta's stock barely did anything because people don't trust Facebook. They just don't. They treat everybody like shit during the lockdowns. I'm surprised anybody even uses that platform. And it's messy. I've been trying to get back into Facebook to promote the live and stuff. And I don't know. It seems chaotic over there. I don't know how anybody uses that platform. I almost had to watch a tutorial. That's how I know I'm getting old. You gotta look up a tutorial how to use social media. Either way, next up, NYPD officers pelted with snowballs at Washington Square Park. Now everybody's all bent out of shape about this, and they're taking it really serious. But people weren't that serious when it was illegals that were beating up cops and everything else in New York, so I don't know. Maybe Ma'am Donnie's got something against snowballs. Could be. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about AMD building these chips for AI, and hand them over to Meta. Hell yeah, Hair Juicer, that's badass. It's looking good. How much did they charge you? I want a new tattoo so damn bad. If I had a running car, I'd go hit up Salty Ragu. I want dragons. I want a lot of things. Ghostly, I got the Ryzen 9, so I should be good for years. That's where I'm at too, Ghostly. That's what I'm praying for. I'm like, okay, hopefully this little fucker will just stay running for a while. Be good to go. Russell, always use AMD processors. Yeah. Some people prefer Intel, but I feel like AMD, they're better workhorses. If you do heavy processing and stuff, I've always felt like AMD does better. Saldragu, I was going to start my own computer chip company, but I couldn't think of a name. What would we name it? I'd love to make components for computers and stuff like that. Not that I have the money to invest to start that kind of stuff, but people will just throw doll hairs at you for it. What are you saying, Tom Tom? I'm trying to figure out what you're saying here. I sent Salty Ragu an image of the dragons I want. I want like sketched out shadow dragons. I want a lot of things though. I gotta figure out what to put across my tits. That's what I've been trying to figure out for a week or two. Not that I have any money to get tattoos. Tattoos are so damn expensive. hair juicer $50 per hand, $75 for touch up, just because it was a different artist. That's not bad, hair juicer. Here they want $150 to $200 per hour. Like doing this, right? Like these tattoos, this was $200. This was $200. This was $200. So just this shit on my hands is $600 worth of tattoos. So it's like, I can't afford fucking tattoos. I just can't. I just want to know what I want to get. I got it all mapped out, and then that way I can look at it on paper, and after years of waiting and trying to save up doll hairs, I can decide, would I still want those tattoos? It's a good system I have, except for not having money to actually go get the tattoo. Salted ragu, fair price. Hands always need to be done again. Yeah, my fingertips and stuff have been done 3 times before they stuck. I think the master on my hand's been done 3 times too. It's expensive. What's up, Metal? Happy Freedom. What's up, Keep It Salty? Happy Freedom to you. Stoner tattoo guns are hella cheap on Temu. Oh, I know. I know. I've been doing self-tattoos since I was like 16, and I've just accepted that I'm left-handed and I can only tattoo the right side of my body because there's no way to do this kind of goofy shit, and I'm not that good of an artist, so I don't know. I've come to terms with it. Sherman, you got to know somebody. You were locked up with that tattoo? Nah, I don't want jail tattoos. I could have got that when I was younger. Kevin, I got the Decepticon logo right over my heart. Why the Decepticons and not the Autobots? I always see people who have cars that, like, they'll have one or the other sticker, and I wonder if people who have cars that have the opposite sticker, if they like egg the other car, or, you know, they have like little gang wars and stuff. I've always wondered about that. Relax, liar. We lefties are super creative and artistic. Yeah, that doesn't mean I'm good at tattooing myself, though. That doesn't make me a liar. I've accepted I'm not good at tattooing. I'm good at doing other things. So something, I don't know. There's got to be something out there. I'm just not good at drawing on myself. Besides, if I let somebody else do it, then I have someone to blame. That's the other thing I like about it. You still can't do anything about it. You sign like a disclosure or whatever. You sign a document saying, hey, if you fuck up my body, it's okay. I give you permission. Kaz, hand tattoos fade fast. Yeah, they do. Bill Clay, get airbrush tattoos? What do you mean, like paint on tattoos? I want the permanent stuff. Deb, salty chips. That's a good one. Salted ragu, you could be coming out with the salty chips. Damn, that's a good one. Government's watching. They're like, write that down. Write that shit down. Rib Dog, AMD since AMD was created. So you're like diehard AMD. Patriot Dad, you got like 5 dragon tattoos? You're the father of dragons. Ohio Kyle, I don't know what you're saying. Can't be YouTube that fast, but users are waiting and wanting. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Deb, Meta's in my business too much already. Yeah. Well, they had to speak in front of the Supreme Court, in front of Congress, I think it was. And they had to admit that when you log into your Facebook on a phone, from that point on, it tracks everything you do on the phone outside of Facebook. So the only way to get away from it is to get a new phone or potentially factory reset your phone and never ever log into Facebook. Otherwise, they track everything you do. And they admitted to it, and then Congress was like, oh, that's not good. Or, you know, senators, that's what I think it was, senators. They're like, that's not good. That's an invasion of privacy. And everyone was like, yeah, it is. And then they all went home and chuckled wealthily. You know, like that's just what they do. Nothing ever gets done in favor of us. Ohio Cow, Rumble needs a PlayStation, Xbox like YouTube has on consoles. They have a deal with Xbox, I think, but not PlayStation, because they won't, for whatever reason. People view Rumble as a conservative echo chamber, and so they need to get away from that, and they're trying to with like having doc and gamers and stuff on, but they need to find like tutorial people and bring them over to Rumble. They need to have music artists. that release their music. The music needs to be released on Rumble. They need to do stuff like that to get away from just Louder with Crowder and Bongino, because they just constantly promote those people, and no wonder nobody else comes here. And I like that there's not lefties over here burning everything down and making it smell like gay shit, but that's just my opinion. But it needs to become a little bit more well-rounded for appearance reasons, so they can have better times with ads instead of charging users so much money and stuff like that, in my opinion. Yeah, Stoner, that's who I'm talking about. What's up, Fixing Six? Happy freedom to you. We don't have clipping stuff over here, but appreciate it. What's up, Lisa? Happy freedom to you. Sandra's Library, I have a dragon tattoo on my right side. Why are you saying green? Is your tattoo green? Or are you guessing what Rita's wearing already? Don't do that yet, you guys. What's up, DP? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Mrs. Satan? Happy freedom to you. What's up, guys? Marine? Happy freedom. Salty Alien left-handed gang. How many people in the chat are left-handed? I don't know how you guys remember that I'm left-handed. I never write anything on the screen. How do you know? Guys Marine. You need to connect with a biker or an ex-convict. I got a dragon tribal tattoo on the back of my leg, 2 feet long, for $250. It's a beautiful tribal tattoo, hand tapped with a wooden stick and some ink, for my 3rd degree black belt. That's badass. Heck yeah. I know, that is what I need. Somebody I actually know to hook me up with some tattoos here. I have them all planned out, like most of my body, really. Shanti, you're left-handed? I didn't realize so many of us were left-handed here. What's up, CRF? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wayward? Happy freedom to you. Salty Ragu, Jeff's a lefty. Don't scream that so loudly. You're going to get me taken out. What is this? Salty Ragu just did this on my buddy. He was fall down drunk. He got a lefty tattooed on him. That's what they do. Lefties, they just drink their own poison. It's good stuff. That's badass, Salty Ragu. Ghostly, ew, you're a lefty. I knew it. I know. I need to just shut the hell up. Let's get into this next video here. Like I said, NYPD officers pelted with snowballs at Washington Square Park. They're taking it super serious. I don't know. It's fine. I understand. Shouldn't, throw shit at cops. That totally makes sense. But when it's NYPD and we watch them get bullied by illegals for years and no one did anything, this is really stupid to me. Either way, hit that like button. Let's get into this.
Anybody who's seen this video is not happy. There's outrage this morning after the NYPD officers were pelted with snow at Washington Square Park.
It was a tense situation as cops were surrounded by people taunting them. Good Day's Dan Bowens shows us what happened. Dan, what's up?
Yeah, Jerry and Rosanna, we're going to get to that video here in just a second. But we have to tell you, police showed plenty of restraint as huge crowds threw snowballs and chunks of snow at those officers. They looked to de-escalate the situation by leaving Washington Square Park. But here's a look at the video. Yeah, not a pretty picture. Police initially called to the scene around 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Hundreds of people were in the park. They looked like they were kind of having fun, like a massive snowball fight. Police showed up, though, and people in the area were warned, don't throw snowballs at police. It's common sense, but they did it anyway, hitting the officers in the back of the head. The volatile scene had at least one NYPD officer holding up some pepper spray, telling people, get back. Well, Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch, she is reacting this morning. She condemned the attack on X. She wrote, quote, "The NYPD is aware of certain videos taken earlier today in Washington Square Park showing individuals attacking cops. I want to be clear, the behavior depicted is disgraceful and it is criminal." Tisch added that our detectives are investigating this matter. Look, and we're getting response from the PBA as well, the largest police union. The Police Benevolent Association called the attack unacceptable and outrageous, adding this is the environment that New York City police officers are up against. They went on to say our police officers are being treated for their injuries, but the case cannot end there. The individuals involved must be identified, arrested, charged with assault on an officer, and all of our city leaders, they must speak up to condemn this despicable attack. And the Detectives Endowment Association, that's the detectives union, they said what we saw in Washington Square Park was not harmless fun. It was a deliberate, outrageous, dangerous attack on uniformed police officers. So far, no arrests have been made. A lot of people wearing masks there, so kind of hard to see maybe who people were, even if they have some of the video. And Jerry and Rosanna, we know that the mayor does have a news conference today at about 1:15. You imagine this is probably going to be one of the things that people are going to be asking about and looking for a reaction.
So he hasn't said anything on social media
I
yet?
haven't seen anything yet.
Because he's Mr. Social Media.
Yeah, well,
He's
maybe
got 1 o'clock. We'll see you at 1 o'clock, Rosanna.
We're going to wait till 1 o'clock.
Let's wait until
Maybe
1
he'll address
o'clock.
it later.
He's got other
Maybe
stuff going on.
We got plenty of time.
Maybe he's working out the right tweet.
These fucking clowns. Through the whole damn video, it was very serious. This is serious stuff. Is traumatizing. Viewer discretion advised. And the snowballs flying through the air. It's so stupid. So stupid. Officers getting hit with snowballs being thrown by idiots in the street. Just another day in New York if you think about it. Leaders are upset by the snowballs and they demand that the perpetrators are found and they are charged. They were not this serious when it was illegals attacking cops and New Yorkers on a daily basis. They were not that serious at all. They were letting those illegals out and they were fleeing the city and the state and everything else. We covered follow-up after follow-up of that video that went viral of the officers getting their ass whooped by these two people from Venezuela or where the fuck they were from. They were roughing those cops up, beating their ass in the street. They did like 10 hours in jail. They got free bond and then they fled. So, oh, well, the poor illegals. New Yorkers throwing snowballs? Fuck that. We need to find these guys. Like, that's what? So stupid. It's so stupid. So stupid that, like, they ain't got real criminals in New York. Like, come on, man. Either way, next up, we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. Today was provided by Stoner, and it's titled Bring On the Incident. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about New York taking this snowball fight really seriously. Salty Ragu throwing a snowball at a cop. Gotta admit, it's kind of tempting. I mean, yeah, people were taking their opportunity. Hair juicer, like 60% of the people in rehab were left-handed. I'm telling you, they're biased against us. I actually posted a meme thing on my story on some platform or another, and it lists being left-handed as a disease. And it's like, check the box for current illnesses and diseases, and on one of the boxes was being left-handed. I was like, I knew it. I knew there was something wrong with me. I just didn't know it was being left-handed. Rip Dog, a rock can be embedded in a snowball. Oh, absolutely. Throwing ice is dangerous and shit. The reason I think it's stupid is because the illegals who were actually killing and hurting people out in broad daylight on camera in front of everybody and nobody did anything about it was not a big deal. Throwing snowballs, huge deal. Real big deal. And I don't know. I just think that's stupid. If it would have been any other place, I'd have been like, oh yeah, don't do that. Like, that's not a good idea. But you're talking about the same people getting their ass whipped by illegals who was then getting bonded out for free. And it's like, nah, I don't feel bad for these fucking assholes. Like, I just don't. They signed up for that shit. What's up, Butterfly? Happy freedom to you. Nashada, you didn't hear what Ma'am Donnie said about it, though? I did, and I'm trying to think, because I did see a video on X about it, but it was really short, and then I found a longer video of Ma'am Donnie speaking, but it had that part cut out, and they were saying that they made everybody go back to school today, And everybody was like, why did you do that? Because there's so much snow and they had a blizzard. And it's the first time in how many ever years that they've had a blizzard, and supposedly this, that, and the other, and whatever. But they were saying that they weren't capable of doing at-home learning because they no longer had the resources. Somehow, apparently they had the resources during COVID, but now they don't have the resources to do at-home learning, so they forced everybody to go back to school. In the videos I kept seeing, they were making it all about that and not the goofy snowball situation. Ma'am Donnie, this is probably the first time Ma'am Donnie's even seen snow, so no, I don't really know what he thinks about it. I've seen a very short clip about it. Relax. I don't know what you're talking about. I think it's a typo. What's up, Jay Tyler? Happy freedom to you. Ohio Kyle, let's be real. Gavin Newsom's the living joker. Yeah, he's rough. I can't wait to see if he actually is going to run for president and all of that. I know we got the midterms coming up, but I'm kind of interested to see what the next primary looks like. Bill Clay, this is how the Boston Massacre started. Started with a snowball fight? Fresca Bean is better than fireworks and balloons of piss and feces and ice bottles. It's been going on by Antifa for the last several years. Yeah. Well, and I also wonder what were they doing? Were they just out there having a snowball fight and the cops decided to get involved in that? Because that's kind of a goofy thing. Or were they actually like doing something wrong and the police showed up to, to kind of control the situation, and then people started throwing snowballs? Because, I feel like it changes things. It puts things in context. What's up, MU? Happy freedom to you. Stoner, bear spray those ding dongs. That's right. Everybody chill out. Well, and then you see the female officer and she's holding the mace or whatever, and the one guy puts his hand on her hand. Like, she, holds the mace up to him and he puts his hand on her hand. I'm like, only in New York could you do some stupid shit like that. You did that here, they would shoot you with a pistol. Like, they'd act like you were trying to, he could have grabbed the mace from her, I don't know. This is a goofy situation. What's up, Danon? Happy freedom to you. Spray them all. Yeah, straighten them all out. Stoner pepper spray snowballs. See, that's an idea. They'd have chilled out real quick with that. Well, I'm doing all right, Fresca Bean. How are you doing today? Don't work too hard. What's up, bullshiz? Happy freedom to you. Angry God, if it ain't right, it ain't right. Like I said, I seen a meme talking about left-handers yesterday, I think it was. And people were like, what's a left-hander? You're either right-handed or you're wrong-handed. I'm like, listen, don't be throwing slurs like that. Come on, man. Thank you so much, Patriot Dad, for the $5 hairs over on Rumble. Really appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Thank you so much for the support. It says, Happy Freedom Hooligans. Are you streaming State of the Union? Yes, we are, Patriot Dad. I don't think it's going to be a part of Coffee with Hooligans, but we will be covering the State of the Union address. I seen something saying that they're expecting Trump to break a record for the longest State of the Union address, which doesn't really surprise me, but I wonder how long the longest is going to be, and I also wonder, is he going to actually start on time? Because he's usually a little bit late, but with it being the State of the Union address, the majority of the country is going to be sitting on the edge of their seat waiting for it to begin, so we'll see. Bill Clay, people were throwing things at the British soldiers, and they ended up shooting over 300 people as a result. Interesting. I did not realize that. Patriot Dad, you'll be there? Badass. I appreciate you, Patriot Dad. Kaz, he did say it was going to be long. It was going to be long, comma, can only imagine. Yeah, Kaz. We'll see. It'll be a good time. I assume it's going to turn into a Trump rally of sorts. Plus, I want to hear the Democrats loudly. Rib Dog, Trump can speak for hours. Oh, I know. No worries, Cass. No worries. I'm terrible at grammar. I can't spell. Just trying to do right by you guys. Happy freedom to you, Lisa, if I can get you already. Rich, Kirby Puckett signed autographs with both hands at the same time. Well, I better practice, shouldn't I? Get practicing. What's up, Master Dork? Happy freedom. Can we throw spit wads? You guys do as you wish. What's up, Alex King? Happy freedom to you. Left-handers use the right side of their brain. I did not know that. Salty Alien, them slurs are just words. I don't know. They're my favorite kind. Hooligans. Hate speech is free speech. What's up, Xterra? Happy freedom to you. Xterra, have you wrote Rumble customer service to ask them about that? Because I can't do anything about it. I keep writing them and telling them that on Rumble, for whatever reason, it freezes every couple seconds, and it doesn't happen to everybody. But they keep telling me that I have to tell you guys to do it, and then you have to actually go do it. And that's it. That's all I can do about it. It's annoying. God's Marine, don't tell me left-handed people can't be right. Look at 1987 World Series left-handed pitcher named Ricky Honeycutt. By the way, they won. It's like that with boxing too. People or fist fights, any of that kind of stuff. Most people do not fight against left-handers because it's not as common. And so when you come across a left-hander, it like throws everything off because they're not used to fighting people that are left-handed. You have a whole different stance and everything. What's up, Anna Kims? Happy freedom to you. The Democrats will be outside during the State of the Union address, having their own address, from what I heard. Oh, good for them. Good for them. I hope they have a little concert, too. They're trying to get Kid Rock to show up. Maybe they'll have Bad Bunny. They'll have Bad Bunny come do another halftime show for him. Bunch of weirdos. What's up, Cooper? Happy freedom to you. New Yorkers need to stay in New York. They voted for that crap. Yeah, and they're vacating, too, because their property tax is about to go up 9.5%. And they voted for that crap. They should just accept it, you know? Snooks, I think Clinton had the longest State of the Union address, and Trump wants to outdo him. Well, that'll be interesting. Ghostly, I only use my left hand when I'm pretending it's a drunken stranger. Does that come up a lot? Do you need that a lot, Ghostly? It's like, I got to write myself a doctor's note real quick. Well, you know, sometimes you got to do things like that. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, we got our midlife break. It's our funny video halfway through. Let's get this polled up. You guys all excited about the State of the Union address? I kind of am. It's always a good time. I think so anyways. Like I said, this is our midlife break. Today was provided by Stoner, and it's titled, Bring On the Incident.
Video killed the radio star. Internet killed the video star. Holograms killed the internet star. The rain chips killed the hologram star. The incident killed Offsets killed our Shadow Jaguar.
Yes. Getting back into the news here. Next up, we got Pentagon threatens to end Anthropic in a feud over AI terms. Now, Anthropic made, I think it's called Claude or something like that. And I guess it's really good at like writing code and that kind of stuff. I haven't used it. I downloaded it on my phone. I just haven't had time to play with that kind of stuff. The Pentagon thinks it's a big deal and they want to shape the way the Anthropic's AI is working, and if they don't do what the government says, the government is going to shut them down. So that's how you know it might actually be worth something. God only knows. Before we get into this, I want to remind you hooligans really quick that my birthday is coming up. So if you'd like to send me something for my birthday, you are welcome to use the wish list, or you can send something to the P.O. Box. We will be doing the birthday unboxing on my birthday, March 11th. Now I'm going to drop these links really quick for the wish list as well as the P.O. Box. Now, while I was up, staying awake longer than I should have been, I was adding things to the wish list because I was informed yesterday that there was a lot of things on the wish list that were no longer in stock. I did not realize that, so I probably added 30 things to the wish list last night. So if you'd like to participate in the birthday unboxing, or you would like to send advent calendars to keep the fun going, we also have spicy jerky and all kinds of hot things to try for our goal, keeping those hooligans over on Rumble, having official hooligans and all of that, which I wonder how many we have right now. You are welcome to use the wish list for all of that because I've done the thing. Also, I figured out how to grab the link so it sorts in custom, because I go through and I organize the wish list, and then when you guys go there, it organizes some messed up way, and I fixed that. It's been messed up for a while, and so that's now fixed too. Either way, let me check something real quick, and we're going to get into the news once again. We did complete our premium hours of gaming this month, so that's good. Let me see. So we are at 89 official hooligans over on Rumble. We hit 100. We'll do the next goal. I still got some of this Reaper jerky here. We could do that. Otherwise, you guys are welcome to send something from the wish list. Well, you're awesome, Green Eyes. Well, thank you so much. I got a few things sitting here. I got a little pile here. You guys can kind of see it. And then I got a box over here that showed up. But we're waiting for the birthday unboxing. I have no idea what's inside any of this. But we'll know shortly. Either way, like I said, Pentagon threatens to end Anthropic, and they're feuding over AI terms.
The defense secretary.
There we go. Hit that like button. Let's get into this.
The defense secretary, this is according to reporting from Axios, gave Anthropic until Friday evening to give the military unfettered access to its AI model or face harsh penalties. The harsh penalties we know, Joe, that could be in question here are including declaring Anthropic a supply chain risk, or even, according to Axios, invoking the Defense Production Act to force the company to tailor its models to the military's needs.
Claude is the only active AI model that is really already providing meaningful military and intelligence advantage using advanced AI capabilities. For example, we've seen in reporting by the Wall Street Journal that the raid on Maduro was enabled by offensive cyber capabilities that would not have been possible had Claude not been involved, had Anthropic not been involved. All they're saying is we don't want our tool being used for mass domestic surveillance, and we don't want our tools being used for autonomous lethal weapons without a human on the loop. That's a pretty modest set of requests, and the DoD views that as so unreasonable that they're now threatening to designate Anthropic a supply chain risk. I'm sympathetic to the DoD in saying it needs flexibility in these contract terms. What I think is an unreasonable escalation is threatening to designate Anthropic as a supply chain risk. That's what we do when we find out companies are secretly have Chinese or Russian ownership. To take a domestic AI champion at a time when the White House is saying that the AI race with China is equivalent to the space race during the Cold War with the Soviet Union, you do not want to take one of the crown jewels of your industry and light it on fire over something like this. There is a better way to resolve this dispute than the absolutist stance the administration is taking.
So like I said, AI developers out here feuding with the Pentagon. That's always a interesting idea. Trying to find my notes here. There we go. They're saying that Anthropic is asking the government, don't use the AI to surveil Americans, and don't use it to create terminators. Don't make lethal weapons where there's no human involved, right? Where they can just go rogue and shit like that. Government's like, nah, you're going to do what we say, or we're going to shut you down. How about that? So I guess we can assume that we're going to end up with terminators and full-on surveillance like China by the looks of this. So, yay, we get to look forward to that. Next up, American tourists stranded in Mexico after the cartel leader's been smoked. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about the Pentagon versus AI. Ghostly, I can't read that out loud, but that's hilarious. I can't read half the shit you guys are saying on the website. You guys, Russell, my tool only surveils the ladies. Your Jeep says otherwise. What's up, Rappy? Happy freedom to you. Minnesota Jeff went all censored? No, it's not that it's censored. It's inappropriate. It is inappropriate, and I have realized that the more inappropriate things I say out loud, the more people walk out the door. So we have the website for that. So if you guys really appreciate inappropriate, super severely dark humor, the live chat over on the website is definitely the place to be. Plus, we got memes and GIFs right there in the chat. Sly Dog, Pentagon ain't squares. Yeah, I suppose that's one way to look at it. Pumpkin, what are you talking about? What's up, Courtly? Happy freedom to you. The UK is already full-on surveillance. New York is damn near awful on surveillance everywhere you go in the city. Yeah, I figure big cities are already like that. Bright Gaming, happy freedom to you. Terminator versus fake aliens. There you go. Yeah, where's the alien files? How long is that going to take to come out? So Sly Dog, happy freedom to you. Cass, you can't be perfect. Only Klaus is. Yes, I know. I know. He's a good boy. Even though he sleeps like this. You're not a lefty. Why is your head so far up your ass? Are you alright? Look at him, knocked out. What if I grab these toes? Oh, not the toes. These my toes. I grew them myself. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. What's up, Peg? Happy freedom to you. Rib Dog. Colorado is seeking to legislate age verification at the kernel level for all operating systems, I assume worldwide. What does that mean, Rib Dog? Minnesota, the incident. Yeah, bring on the incident. Cass, I guess Trump holds the record on 2025. Is that what it is? I'm going to look it up in a second. I forgot to do it during that last video. Peg, go out and vote in the primaries. Talk to several people that didn't even know it was going on. What are you talking about? Midterms is starting. Primaries don't start till next year? No, year after. What's up, Burn Slots? Happy freedom to you. What's up, Wrench? Happy freedom to you. Let's see, the longest spoken address was Trump 2025 for 1 hour and 39 minutes. Thank you for looking it up. No, I don't have to. So he's going to beat his own record. That sounds like Trump. Jay Tyler, your birthday is 8 days after my sister's, and my mom's is March 29th. There's a lot of March birthdays. Corley, you're a southpaw? Yes. Fresca Bean, I don't know if I answered you yet or not, but we are going to be covering the State of the Union address. I don't think it's going to be a part of Coffee with Hooligans, because we're already past halfway on the schedule. But we are going to cover it, whether it's a part of this or not. Daynon, I'm going to look it up in a second just to double check. Corley, nobody in the U.S. has been arrested for the Epstein files. Why is that? It's a good question. Because there's been 2 people arrested in the U.K. now. Regular Andrew and... I can't remember the other guy's name. He was like the U.K. ambassador for the U.S. or something like that. And I cannot think of his name. Not Mendez. I can't think of his name right now. But anybody outside of the country, yeah, they're getting arrested for the Epstein connections. Here, they're getting... I don't know... They're getting special handshakes. They're getting secret coins. They're getting a few extra doll hairs. They're getting special treatment. That's what they're getting. You guys, very attentively watching the Klaus Dan. Klaus Dan is all eyes on you, buddy. Why don't you close your legs? I raised you better than that. Come on, man. Snooks, Jimmy Carter, did the longest written word address. Interesting. Is there a difference between it being written word and whatever regular is? Oh, well, thank you, Snooks. I appreciate the compliment. Rappy, my birthday is Sunday, so it'll be my birthday weekend. That's badass, Rappy. Hope you have a fantastic birthday. Remind me, and we'll give you the birthday wishes. I love birthdays. My chat's all frozen on Kick. I did not realize. This happened the other day, too. There we go. Sandra's Library, what are you making us for dinner? What's up, Rhyme Time? Happy freedom to you. Salty Alien, one of my goals would be to get a tattoo from you. I want a flaming wagon. Well, it's we can't do it in Michigan because these assholes would try and throw me in prison for that shit. So we just step outside of Michigan and we'll be good. We'd do it fine. I actually got a tattoo gun. I'm gotten tired of tattooing myself. Red Mind, Klaus is the bestest and biggest kitty in the world. He's a good boy, 20-pounder flounder. I should weigh him. See where he's at. What's up, Obnoxious Guy? Happy freedom to you. All right, hooligans, moving forward here. Like I said, American tourists stranded in Mexico after the cartel leader got smoked during a raid. Now, this is a follow-up to yesterday's video where Mexico's government is struggling to do anything about the cartel, and American tourists are there hanging out, thought they were having a good time. Now they're caught in what looks like a civil war. Go ahead and hit that like button and let's get into this.
Citizens are stranded in Mexico amid widespread unrest and violence, and that violence is in response to the Mexican army's killing of El Mencho last weekend. He was the leader of a major cartel and the most wanted man in both Mexico and the U.S. American nationals in Mexico are urged to continue sheltering in place. Eric Flack with our sister station, WUSA, spoke with some D.C. residents feeling trapped.
Just hours before Brian De Silva was supposed to fly back to D.C. from Puerto Vallarta, the Mexican resort city exploded into cartel violence.
These guys pulled up in their motorcycles, and they were all masked, and they were wearing bulletproof vests. They had guns in their waistbands. And then when I saw the building across the street go up in flames, that's when I texted every single one of my friends and family loved ones, I love you very much.
When an armed, masked cartel member outside of De Silva's hotel spotted him recording this video from his fourth-floor balcony, he says that man ran toward the hotel. So he and his companion pushed these two beds against the door, then waited in silence, armed with only a kitchen knife to protect them.
Even when the military helicopters had passed over us a couple of times, we were still not feeling really safe at all.
Fellow D.C. resident Giovanni Rocco and his partner Colin were trapped in a nearby Airbnb, watching from their rooftop as smoke billowed across the city.
When you are on vacation, of course, you take all the precautions that you can, especially when you're in a foreign country. But this is a situation that is almost impossible to plan for. I mean, waking up to see the news of narco terrorists blowing up cars where you're vacationing is not something that I had imagined would happen.
Rocco's flight was canceled right in the middle of our Zoom interview, and he has no idea when he'll get home. De Silva's rescheduled flight is Thursday, if it isn't canceled again. Both men are hoping to make it out before the situation gets any worse.
This became a much bigger deal than I thought it would be. I'm
just worried about when I'll be able to get back home at this point.
Eric Flack, WUSA 9.
Well, some Americans are wondering if it's safe to take a cruise to Mexico now. MSC Cruises says most operations will continue, but some shore excursions may be changed or canceled. Norwegian Cruise Line says its cruise for Puerto Vallarta, which was scheduled for tomorrow, is not happening now. You're asked to closely monitor federal travel advisories and keep in contact with your family.
Okay. So that's our follow-up there on what's going on in Mexico. Let me see. They're saying Americans are stranded in Mexico after the raid that killed that cartel leader. They insinuate that the feud between the cartel and Mexico's government is not over because they're saying words like yet or, what to expect as if things aren't going to go back to normal. And that's kind of sad that the government has such an enemy from within that they can't just shut it down. They don't know if there's going to be more domestic terrorism going on there because they allowed the cartels to get so big. It's their own fault that it's like this. Either way, next up we got top oversight Dem on Epstein files saying there clearly are documents missing. Now they claim that President Trump is hiding Epstein documents that were never released and that he's covering up a crime or something. I don't know. It's a pretty bold accusation. It's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about this follow-up on Mexico's government versus the cartel. And also, I looked up the State of the Union address to figure out why we're getting so many different answers. And I got each of your answers all listed here. So it says, the longest State of the Union address by delivery time, as in how long it took him to speak, was by Bill Clinton back in 2000. It lasted for an hour and 28 minutes. President Trump, in 2025, he did an address to Congress that lasted 1 hour and 39 minutes. So it's longer than Bill Clinton's. But they're saying that the speech was to a joint session of Congress and not officially classified as a State of the Union address. So it didn't beat Bill Clinton's record. In the terms of word count, Jimmy Carter holds the record for the longest written State of the Union message with 33,000 words. It's 33,667 words, and that was back in 1981. The longest spoken State of the Union address was by Joe Biden back in 2023 with 9,216 words. And that's just because it took him a long ass time to talk, I guess. I don't know. But it says that Trump has teased that his 2026 State of the Union address could be even longer, citing the extensive list of accomplishments to highlight. And so we'll see how it goes. But apparently we're all on the same page here. Just wanted to throw that out there. Either way, hopping back in the chat. And like I said, next up we have accusations that Trump is hiding Epstein documents. Salt Ragu, wait until I give my State of the Union. That's right. What's up, Tin Man? Happy freedom to you. Tin Man sounds like flamboyant liberals stuck in Mexico if ICE doesn't get it under control. It's a preview of what will happen here. Yeah, we don't want the cartel doing that stuff here, but at the same time, Americans would be like, finally. They'd be like, it's time to fight back. Saldaregu, the Clintons are very fine people. Lizard people, but people, I suppose. Matt Rogers, there is no way that Joey said that many words at once. I agree. They're giving him too much credit. Old Man Walter's like, who said that? I'm like, you did. He's like, me? No. What's up, Libby Racer? Happy freedom to you. Hotters, it's because the Dems are going to be outside freezing with their own State of the Union in a blizzard. Trump, the longest speech in history. Yep, drag it on out. Let me see. Courtly, I don't trust Jared Kirshner. He's creepy. Who is that? Let me see here. What's up, Kirsten? Happy freedom to you. Angry guy, just pay the cartel to get you over the border. That's right. They're just looking for some coyotes so they can make their way back. They know the ins and outs. You guys are smoking those that are stranded over there. It's so funny. Rib Dog the poop knife? They probably brought it with them. Minnesota better than a butter knife, I suppose. What was he going to do laying on the bed, though? And why were they taking pictures? They're like, oh no, the cartel's going to come in here and kill us. Quick, throw the weapon on the bed and let's take a picture so everybody knows what happened before we died. I mean, maybe that's what they were doing. I don't know. Oh, I see. Keep it salty. Thank you for letting me know. I'll have to look into him. That's what the guy in the video said. Rich, my wife has 2 cousins in that Mexican town. They got to stay in their hotel room. Oh, like they're down there for that right now? Well, hopefully they stay safe. I've always heard about people going to Mexico, and I'm like, you can't even drink the water there. Why would you want to go there? I've never understood why people want to go there. I know it used to be cheap. You used to be able to go down there with like $500 hairs and live like a king. I don't know that it's still like that, though. And now you got this going on. I don't know. So, Carpet Dog, happy freedom to you. DP, if someone is so long-winded, I always am curious about what they're truly hiding. Well, it depends on what it is. If they're explaining things, then yeah, it does look suspicious. If they're giving a State of the Union address, I just assume it's Trump doing Trump things. What's up, Nick? Happy freedom to you. Russell, the poop knife is important. It is. Corley, you can drink the water there. They're used to live there in the Cruz, which is 10 miles north of Puerto Vallarta. I don't know anything about Mexico. Ghostly never left the U.S. and I don't have a passport, so not an issue I will ever deal with. Yeah, I can leave the country. It's just other countries don't want me to go there. So, and I don't like the water. So, what do I do? Float in the water? Nah, I'm good. Either way, moving forward here, like I said, top oversight Democrat on the Epstein files. He says there clearly are documents missing. The documents where he's listed, most likely. Either way, before we get into this, I'm going to remind you hooligans really quick that our friend Larry could really use your help. Larry's been in need of a kidney transplant, and he has been in and out of the hospital quite a bit. We put together a page for him over on the website. It's got his story, his links, details, and he even made a GoFundMe. If there's any way you can help our friend Larry, please go check out his page over on the website. Let's get this pulled up. Democrats really concerned President Trump's covering up a crime by not releasing specific Epstein files. I think they even say that they've seen the files themselves or something like that, which makes it even more interesting. Go ahead and hit that like button over on Rumble as well as the CommuTube, and let's get into this.
Joining us now is the ranking Democrat on the Oversight Committee, Congressman Robert Garcia, who is leading the charge on their own Epstein investigation. He's going to be boycotting tonight's State of the Union address, but the guest who he's standing next to that he's sending in his place is Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell survivor Annie Farmer. She is now a psychologist specializing in trauma recovery. It's good to have you both with us. Thank you so much for taking the time. Congressman, let me get your reaction first to Lisa's new reporting on these specific documents that are apparently missing from the Epstein files release. Is this something you were aware of?
It is, and not only is I aware of them, just yesterday, I actually looked at this tranche of documents that was being described to you. We've been investigating this allegation now for a few weeks. And what I can confirm to what Lisa said and other reporting is that I have seen the manifest document that lays out the series of documents that includes interviews and other files. Within that grouping, it's clear that what's been presented to the Congress, there is a group of documents or document that is actually missing. I myself reviewed these exact documents, the manifest, yesterday. I have seen other interviews and documentation with this survivor, but those additional documents seem to be missing. And that's something that I confirmed as of yesterday in my visit to the Department of Justice. The idea that there is a possible cover-up or that we are hiding actual documentation of an alleged crime by the President of the United States, of which a survivor
appears to have made is incredibly serious, and the DOJ has to explain to the public where are these possible documents and what do they say.
At this point, have you gotten any response from the DOJ as to why these specific documents aren't available?
I have not. I just confirmed this reporting that you are all having a conversation about just yesterday in my own visit to the DOJ. I had begun to review some of these documents the last time I was there, and yesterday, because of our independent investigation that we have been reviewing, as it relates to particularly this one case and this one survivor, it was pretty stunning yesterday to see that there clearly are documents missing.
Okay. There's very clearly documents missing. Trump's a mean orange man. That's great. Next up, lefties losing it. Nicki Minaj slams Gavin Newsom for racist remarks. Like I said, it's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat, see what you hooligans think about these Democrats being outraged. They're claiming that President Trump is covering up a crime by not releasing specific Epstein documents. I don't know. This sounds weird to me. If they knew that there was incriminating evidence in these Epstein files, why didn't they release it when old man Walter was running things? Why didn't they do that? If they already looked at the files and they already knew they were there, why didn't they release them then? Why are they waiting on Trump to do it? And also, why are they blaming Trump if it's up to Scam Bondi to do this shit? I mean, I understand it's his Pentagon and all of that, but they act like he was sitting there like, yeah, let's pull that one. We're gonna pull this file too. I don't know. I know it's orange man bad, I understand, but stupid. It's also stupid. Russell, sounds like they're spinning up fake news, and it does. Matt Rogers, you know these survivors could just start naming people, but they all want fame instead. Well, they claim that they're worried about defamation of character, that they're going to be sued into oblivion for slandering wealthy people, which maybe that's the case. I don't know. You know, it's weird because Marjorie Taylor Greene and somebody else, and I can't remember if it was Massey or who it was. I cannot remember who the other guy was. But it was supposed to be MTG and some other guy. They were supposed to go onto the House floor. They were going to read a list of names that was provided by the survivors. And it was going to prevent any negative stuff from happening because they have immunity while they're on the House floor. Well, then Marjorie Taylor Greene decided to resign. And she's either gone or she's about to be gone or something like that. And that was it. They never ever talked about it again. And so, I don't know. And I was saying that wasn't going to do anything either. They're going to go out there and read those names, and 2 days later, everybody else is going to forget that even happened. Kind of like Omar getting sprayed with that weird liquid. Remember that? She was given the briefing. The dude stood up and squirted liquid on her and said some dumb shit, and they all tackled him. And then she tried to act all tough to like run up like she was going to do something. Nobody believed that was real, and it was so bad that they just took it off the news. Everyone forgot that happened, but either way, yeah, I wish that the survivors would list some names if they're going to do it. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of walking around saying they're a survivor? It's not doing anything. Tom. Torch Lake, is that what you're talking about? Down at Touch Lake there. Date night. Snook's dropping the boobies in the chat. Very nice. Ghostly, MTG was linked in the files and she left MAGA and went on to The View. Yeah. She's been real quiet lately. Otter's the massive desperation. These people should be waking everyone up by now. Slow ass Americans up here. Yeah. Well, that's like the seizing of the voter records and all of that from Fulton County for the 2020 election. The Democrats are trying so hard to tell everybody that the Fed boys showed up and they took all the voter documentation from 2020, and somehow that is going to interfere with the 2026 election. It's going to affect the midterms. Like, how? How many elections have we had since 2020? 3 or 4 or some shit like that? And it's like 3, I think. It doesn't make any sense, but they're so desperate because they don't want people to think for a moment that maybe Trump wasn't lying about the stolen 2020 election. They don't want people thinking that. And so they're like, oh, they're seizing all these records because he's going to interfere with the midterms. Don't even make any sense. They're just saying whatever they can to distract people. What's up, Turbo? Happy freedom to you. Corley. They need to stop mailing ballots. That's how they cheat. However, whoever counts the vote don't. Yeah. Well, it's the drop boxes. The left coast has got a bunch of drop boxes. They need to just stop doing that. What's up, Boston guy? Happy freedom to you. Ghostly, if they were real survivors, at least one would speak out and name names to help prevent it from happening to somebody else. I think most of the real victims are gone. It could be. Yeah, because, I mean, you would assume that somebody would not care. I mean, they care, but at the same time, if something bad like that happens to you, I would assume you wouldn't want that to happen to anybody else. That's the whole point of outing the perpetrator. Deb, it's a big club and we ain't in it. And you're right. So, boom. Happy freedom to you. Sassy Patriot, thank you for joining us over here on Rumble. You're a badass. Boom. If they had anything on Trump, the Biden administration would have used it. Also, the Democrats were shredding documents like crazy weeks before Trump took office. It's just bullshit. Yeah, I'm sure it is bullshit. What's up, Dabs? Happy freedom to you. Tony Rez, the bullshit's getting thick. It is. I love covering the propaganda because then you can hear people repeat it and you know exactly the bullshit that they were fed. Turbo, the drop boxes, yeah. I'll go undercover in the West, dye my hair and shit, and then shit in the mailboxes and claim Trump is using them to cheat. I bet I could get away with it. Oh, absolutely. You just tie a rainbow flag around your neck like Captain Flamboyant, and the police won't even touch it, you know? Sandra's library. Spaghetti sauce from scratch and noodles in a salad. It sounds fantastic. You're going to have a good dinner tonight. Guys, Marine, you must be careful in Mexico for the real, or the really is a dust till dawn attitude. Oh, I believe it. What's up, Shadow Taker? Happy freedom to you. Russia. Yep, there you go. DP, the only reason that England is going after Prince and others is because England is currently trying to dismantle its own country and destroy the foundation of what England was built upon. Yeah. Well, I've been saying that too. I wonder if they're going after regular Andrew and whatever the other guy's name is, the guy that was an ambassador, just so they could try and clear them. To go out there and say, oh, these guys are, they're being arrested and we're giving them due process and we're taking the Epstein stuff seriously. But then they're going to not find evidence and not find anything credible that suggests that they actually did anything wrong. And then they're going to cut them loose and then nobody will be able to accuse them of anything because the investigation came up with nothing. And that way it's kind of exonerating them instead of having them walk around with stigma. And so I'm waiting to see if that's going to happen, but I'm getting a little bit ahead of the investigation there. Snooks, is that what I was doing? I didn't know. Alright, hooligans. Moving forward here, getting into the last little bit of the news. It is lefties losing it, and today it's titled Nicki Minaj slams Gavin Newsom for racist remarks. Now, what color do you think Rita is wearing today? Come on, do the thing. Fight me, YouTube. Let's see. Colty, yellow. Snooks, I didn't even throw the two hands up. That's somebody else's hands. You don't recognize my hands? Come on, man. Sly Dog saying salmon. Turbo, black. You're smoking me, Turbo. Kirsten saying yellow. Tony Rez, sea turtle green. Danon, do we have a drinking game for State of the Union? No, but if you think of rules, you could drop it over on Discord. That's what I normally do, is drop into Discord and see what everybody's come up with for drinking rules. Watchman saying blue. Pumpkin saying green. Turbo, fuck them Assaultrons. I'm saying. I got smoked earlier by that damn Assaultron. Angry God saying rouge. Corley, green and yellow. Toldicare saying red. Colty slacking. Green Eyes saying orange. Ghostly, pink and crotchless. Okay, alright. I like your thinking there, Ghostly. Hair Juicer, red, white, and blue. That's right. Russell, red, damn it, she's wearing red. Let's see. Jay Tyler saying pink. Peyton smoking rules. There you go. There you go. Lisa, olive green. Oh, we'll play that game too, Lisa. That's a good one. Let me see. Sandra's Library saying blue. Mike Ingle saying pink. Mr. Lynn saying purple. Right Mind saying yellow, mellow yellow. Mac stood, happy freedom to you, saying blue. Make sure we get everybody here. 10 Man, red and pink. Saldaregu, yellow. Boston guy saying pink or salmon, or one, maybe it's both, pink and salmon, because she usually rocks two colors. You guys gotta wait for the drinking rules and stuff, because if they're good, I want to write them down, but I don't have the opportunity to do that right now. Did everybody place their bets? Zero saying white. Happy freedom to you, Zero. Lisa Doodoo Brown. You can't keep guessing colors. Come on, man. Low Ender saying green. Lee Bart. Happy freedom to you. Red and white. I think that is everybody. Well, today, she stole Santa Claus's jacket. Is that red velvet? It might be. But then she's got her pink nightie on underneath. I don't know who told her to do that. Maybe she just rolled out of bed and did the thing. Either way, hit that like button and let's get into this.
It's time for Lefties Losing It, and we're going to check in on the man who so desperately wants to be president, not satisfied with first ruining San Francisco as mayor before causing untold damage to California as governor. Gavin Newsom has his sights on bringing that level of dysfunction to the rest of America, and he knows just how to relate to every crowd. Here he is in Atlanta with the mayor, who happens to be black, so Gavin assumes his SAT score must be terrible.
I'm not trying to impress you. I'm just trying to impress upon you. I'm like you. I'm no better than you. I'm a 960 SAT guy. And, you've never seen me read a speech because I cannot read a speech.
That's called the bigotry of low expectations, folks. Yes, that's how Gavin Newsom relates to folk in Atlanta, by commenting on how dumb he is academically and how he can't read due to his dyslexia. Now, the mayor of Atlanta, Andre Dickens, is running cover for Newsom, trying to undo the damage he did to his chances of being the nominee come 2028. But he needn't worry, because Democrats often show their disdain for black voters, and it doesn't seem to hurt their vote. Remember this from New York Governor Kathy Hochul?
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word a computer is. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenges.
Young kids in the Bronx have never heard of the word computer. She actually said that. She said it. Yes, she did. The only good thing is that did give birth to some black comics having great fun mocking Kathy's racist remarks.
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word a computer is. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them, because when you have their diverse voices innovating solutions through technology, then you're really addressing society's broader challenges.
It's quite brilliant. And one more.
Kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word a computer is. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them.
And you know what? Saying stupidly racist stuff doesn't even stop you becoming president. Joe Biden is the latest proof of that. Even when he was running for president, he'd say stuff like this.
We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Did you get that? Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids, because poor is equivalent to saying black. That's how they see the group that continues to vote overwhelmingly Democrat, more so than any other demographic in America. Well, except dead people and illegals, of course. Now to Minnesota, the state that has seen unprecedented fraud, billions of dollars defrauded by segments of the Somalian community, and a state that has been at the centre of violent protest against ICE, and that has seen some community members demand compensation, justice for ICE disrupting their businesses. Listen to this.
Of small business owners, not those who make 200,000 and above. We don't make that much amount. And we have been suffering since the crisis of ICE. We also demand an immediate help to evictions so families are not pushed to homelessness during the crisis. Our community deserves accountability.
I'm sorry, lady, but law enforcement doing its job is accountability. It's the protesters who are causing the mayhem. Perhaps consider suing them. Let's check in on actress Ellen Page, who now identifies as actor Elliot Page. And here she is joining with the ACLU to fight to keep male bodies in girls' and women's sport. This is shameless.
As an artist, it's important to fight for freedom because art and freedom to me are so intrinsically interconnected. The freedom to express yourself, the freedom to be yourself, the freedom to share your ideas, the freedom to share new ideas. To me, it's about fighting for and creating the spaces so we can all be ourselves.
What any of that has to do with sport is beyond me, but what about the freedom of girls and women to compete in fair competitions among their own gender and not against male bodies that have a significant physical advantage? Now let's go to two of the most objectionable and unpleasant commentators on American TV, Mehdi Hasan and Jennifer Welch. Here they are together hating on the one regular conservative on CNN, Scott Jennings.
There's a clip we have of you on CNN last August with Scott Jennings, a man I consider to be the most loathsome man on cable news.
And if you don't think he has dementia, let's just discuss the time that when he was on the campaign trail that he tried to perform oral sex on a microphone. If Joe Biden did this,
I hope this
don't
is what
think there
Democrats
would
do
be
next
an
year. Picking up his mug and making that face of his. Why does he have such an annoying face?
Okay, this old queen sitting there. He's always looking like he acts like he's on the Truman Show or something. You know, he's always looking in the audience. Yeah, I think that he should be fired from his job. Of course, that's never going to happen. But I think he is such a disgrace to human beings, intelligent conversations.
Talk about projection. And did Mehdi Hasan really ask Jennifer Welch, why Scott Jennings has such an annoying face? As for Jennifer's vile diatribe, well, that is to be expected from the most unhinged and hateful woman on American TV, and that is saying something. Let's bring in Sky News contributor Kosha Gator. Kosha.
Okay. Well, that was Lefty's losing him, sitting here writing down drinking rules that you guys are writing in the chat. Right now, we got, if Trump says tremendous, if Trump brings up the Obama AI video, if he talks about gas prices, if he says China, if he says auto pen, and that's where we're at so far. Consider a couple more, and then we'll post them at the State of the Union address. Alright, like I was saying, anyways, while you guys are typing all that stuff out, that is the last little bit of the news. We are going to be getting into the fun stuff. We're going to be opening today's door of the Advent calendar sent by Watchmen. And I did figure this out, by the way. I've probably taken this thing apart and put it back together like 20 times just so I'd be able to do it again. The problem is I'm usually really tired, so we'll see if I remember how to do that. Either way, and then we'll see what today we get as far as the puzzle goes. Then we got our 2 funny videos of the day. First one is provided by Contains Alcohol, and it's titled Orange Eagle on Ice. And our official funny video of the day was provided by Stoner, and this one's titled Around and Around We Go. All of that's coming up next, but first we're going to hop in the chat and see what you hooligans think about lefties losing their marbles. Zero of Trump says I won 3 times. That's a good one. Guess Welch is such a skank. Yeah. She's always making a face like she can smell herself. Guess if he says stolen. Tell him about the stolen election. Alright. Boston, did you whip it against the wall to figure it out? What? What's that now, Boston? Is that the process? Colty, if he brings up bombings, well, he's it's kind of expected that he's going to be talking about the bombing in Iran and stuff like that, because a lot of people are wondering what's about to happen about Iran making a deal. Watchmen, the daily torture calendar. I like the puzzles. It's just difficult to figure them out in front of everybody. That is, playing games is like that too. Like, you would think playing video games on a live is like super easy. It's not. You have to remember what your face is doing while you're playing the game, because normally you got like a gaming face and it's not very attractive. So you have to sit there and like think about what your face is doing while watching the screen, and you have to narrate every thought in your head. Otherwise you're just sitting there in silence playing the game. Doing things on the live is difficult. So figuring out puzzles, I couldn't even take this apart yesterday. You know how embarrassing that is? Like, I couldn't even take it apart, let alone figuring out how to put it together. But I'll show you guys. I learned it. I like it. It's good for your brain. MU Klaus helped. He did. He's a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. Python Klaus. That's Viper Klaus there. Lisa, if Trump says never seen before, that's a good one. I'm going to add on there if he says Sleepy Joe. Oh, well, thank you, Pumpkin. Boston guy. Fake news, tariffs, rigged. We got, let me see. We got a variation of that. What's up, my feed? Happy freedom to you. Lisa, if Trump says sleepy, yeah, I got Sleepy Joe wrote down. If he says Sleepy Joe. Snooks, you didn't even post a link on Twitch. Master Dork, the expression would be fun to watch. I don't know. Normally we have like 8 people watching if I'm playing the game. Right, mind, no fair, gluing the broken puzzle. I know. Master Dork, the puzzle is a memory test if you do it again. That's right, I didn't think about it like that. Lee Bart, being upset by the Supreme Court. There you go. SCOTUS. There we are. Shanti, drink every time Trump says, I did that. How many rules are we going to have? I think we got 8 so far. Dermax, did the address happen yet? No, it happens in an hour. But we're pretty much at the end of the live. We got the fun stuff and we're going to raid. And then I'll have like 20 minutes or so to eat something quick and whatnot. And then we'll be live again for the State of the Union address. Green Eyes, every time he says tariff. It's a good one. Apparently I can't spell tariff. There we go. Ghostly, yeah, we have tremendous. Russell, you're not going to be able to stay up for the State of the Union address? No worries. What are you talking about, Snooks? Puffin stuff, what is? Stoner, you gotta finish your drink if he says China. We'll see. Jay Tyler, if he says stupid people or crazy people. That's a good one. The Dems aren't gonna like that. And that's what makes it a good one. Stupid Google document. There we go. Quilly, we're working on it. We're just trying to figure out some rules here. Puffin stuff. Oh. If Trump says that's bullshit. There you go. There you go. Google Documents are so stupid because it wants to adapt to, like, if you copy text from YouTube, you paste it on a Google Doc, it has a black background, the font's all messed up and gigantic instead of just being the way the rest of the document is. Cold TV says a cuss word. Okay, that's a good one. Let me see. I'll read them to you here in a second. We can see if we got it all set here. Kirsten, the music's loud? Let me see. Oh, I probably have it boosted from the video. Yeah, I do. It's because people make their videos too quiet. And then I gotta boost it, and then I forget. Because I'm doing like 11 things at once. Thank you for letting me know, though, Kirsten. So, Freedom Fan, happy Freedom to you. No, that's what I do is Control-Shift-V. But the Google Documents want to adapt anyways. It's just the way it is. Alright, I think we're getting to the point where everybody is starting to overlap with suggestions here. So I'll tell you what we got. What's up, Lefty Lucy? Happy Freedom to you. Right now we have... President Trump says tremendous. If President Trump brings up the Obama monkey AI video. If President Trump mentions gas prices. If he says China. If he says auto pen. If he says stolen or rigged. If he says never seen before. If he mentions Sleepy Joe. If he mentions SCOTUS. If he says I did that. If he brings up tariffs or says tariff. If he says stupid people or crazy people. And if he says that's bullshit or any other cuss word. That's where we are right now. I think that might be a good little list there. We'll have to equate, a little bit more rules to it, but we'll have time to do that. Either way, reading through really quick, and we get the Pledge of Allegiance coming up next. No, we got all the fun stuff coming up next. So before we waste some more time, because we're going to end up running right into the State of the Union address, we got 45 minutes. I'm going to show you that I know how to do this thing. We're going to try. And then we're going to see what today's torture thing is. And this is the secret. Now look, this is the secret. This piece turns. And once you do that, then all hell breaks loose pretty much. Now let me see how we do this here. There we go. And just like that, it's a mess. It is a mess that I'm throwing across the room. Now let me put it together really quick, and then we're going to see what today's brain torture is. Here's the skinny one. We're going to see if I remember how to do this shit correctly, because I may not. It's been a while. It's hard to do it in front of the damn camera. You know what I mean? Is it like this? It's like this, actually. I did it while I was watching TV yesterday, so I could remember how to do it subconsciously. Come on, you fucking asshole. Of course, I didn't have greasy fingers and shit when I did it last night. That's what I told her. So that's exactly what I told her, actually. You can check the camera footage. Why can I not get this? Because I told you guys I'd be able to. That's why. I'm doing something wrong here. Klaus Daniels, you need to assist me. There we go. There we go. Doing the thing. I'm going to show you. Now, I guess this is called a flower or a snowball. There's a couple names for it. I don't know. I know it was a damn mess yesterday. I know that. Now, let me see. Let me see. Now, I believe we put this one here. Come on, you fucking thing. Don't fight me, you bastard. Alright. Let me put this one here. Then we rotate this little fucker sideways. And then we put this one here. And do the thing. You fight me, you little bitch. There we go. And just like that, it's back together. I told you. I told you. With that being said, let's figure out what we get today. From the Advent Calendar, sent by Watchmen. Now, what's going to destroy my brain today? Is it 5? 6? We're on 6 today. This is 6 right here. Alright. Alright. Oh. This one's made of metal. The metal ones are harder than the wood ones. I don't know why that is. I do not know. So today we got this. Whatever this is. What am I supposed to do with this? What do you think? Just sniff it out. Sniff it out. Let's see if I can figure out real quick. Otherwise, I'm going to have to watch another damn tutorial. Now, I have an idea. Because the other metal one is similar. Come on. See if I can figure this out. It has to do with overlapping these ends. I'm not good at puzzles, but I like them. Does that count for anything? We're gonna give it another 10 seconds. See if I can figure it out. You little fucker. It's better than a big fucker, right? I'm so close. It has something to do with matching these ends up. Let's see what you guys are suggesting. You like the metal ones, Too Old to Care? These are the ones I can't figure out. Oh, I did. I don't know how the fuck I did it, though. I was reading the chat. My hands do it. See, my brain gets in the way. But my hands know how to do it. Okay, okay. Now, really, I could just go off camera and force this shit together. But I'm not going to do that because I have integrity. I know you guys aren't used to that kind of shit. But, you know, somebody's got to do it the right way. Okay, just stop thinking and just let the hands do it. This is how I get girlfriends, too. Come on, come on. Something. You guys, I was doing it and then you messed me up. I was doing it just fine. This is how I did the last one, the other metal one. I was like talking and then I did it and then I put it back together and then I still didn't know how the fuck I did it because not paying attention works for some reason. Oh, you bastard. Well, what do I even type into Google this one? The heart and the triangle. They're going to show me something explicit. That's what's going to happen. I was doing it. Now I can't figure it out. me see here. I'm not gonna be able to figure it out, guys. I got it apart, okay? I got it apart. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. This is for you, Klaus Daniels. Thank you for your assistance. I appreciate you, Watchmen. Thank you for making me smarter. Let's get into some funny videos. I'm gonna have to watch a tutorial how to put that back together. I'm halfway. I at least got this one apart. Yesterday, I couldn't even get the damn puzzle apart. That was the worst. That's okay. Let's see. Getting into our first official funny video of the day. We got 40 minutes until the State of the Union address, so don't you worry. We're all good here. Like I said, getting into the first funny video of the day. This one was provided by Contains Alcohol and is titled Orange Eagle on Ice. Good stuff. I was trying to put this damn puzzle back together, but I can't figure it out. I will. Don't you worry. Either way, getting into our official funny video of the day. This one was provided by Stoner.
You know.
This is going to be relatable. Like I said, this is provided by Stoner, and this is titled Around and Around We Go.
You never listen to me.
I do listen to you. You're making a big deal out of nothing.
This is a big deal.
No, it's not. I don't... You know what? You're right.
What?
I don't listen to you, and this is a big deal. You're right, I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you were able to admit that you were wrong.
Of course.
Wait a second. I know what you're doing. You're just saying I'm right because you don't want to fight.
You know what? You're right.
Wait, what?
I am just admitting you're right so we don't have to fight. You're right, I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Wait a second. You're doing it again right now.
Oh my God, you're right. I am doing it again right now, aren't I? You're right, and I'm wrong, and I'm sorry.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you were able to admit that you were wrong 3 times now.
Of course.
Okay, now I feel bad. Maybe I was making a big deal out of nothing. Maybe I was wrong, and I'm sorry.
You know what? You're right. You did make a big deal out of nothing, and I was right, and you were wrong, and you should be sorry. Now go make me a sandwich.
Wait a second!
That's right. Holy. Anyways, that's all the coffee I had for you hooligans today. I still can't figure this puzzle out, but I will. Don't you worry. I'm gonna grab this link really quick. I'm gonna drop it in all the chats. We're gonna read through. We got the Pledge of Allegiance coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. What's up, kids, today? Happy freedom to you. What's up, guess who? Happy freedom to you. Alright, hooligans, there's the link where all of my links are listed. So if you'd like to make donations, join membership programs, or purchase any merch, would really appreciate it. All of your guys' contributions keep us running every day except for Sunday, because we got to have a day to recharge those batteries. Definitely go join Discord. Discord is our free hooligan community. It's the best way to be notified every single time we go live. The hooligans are there, keeping the conversation going 24/7, and we have 2 news boards to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. So definitely go join Discord. If you're feeling real saucy, go join jeffmaclive.com. Over on the website, it is the best way to experience the live. Our built-in chat has more ability than any other platform. You can post memes and GIFs and custom emojis and links and all kinds of stuff right there while watching the live. You also have access to Hooligans Alley, which is our private social media area. You'll have access to the forums, the arcade, the Hooligan AI, and our advanced messaging system with the built-in group chat. So definitely go get yourself a membership for jeffmaclive.com. It's the home of the hooligans. Now, like I said, we're going to read through. We got the pledge coming up, and then we're raiding out over on Rumble. But we'll be live again in 30 minutes with the State of the Union address. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Matt Rogers, it pisses some of them off even more if you don't fight with them. I don't know. Whatever leads to them, like, you know, not causing me problems. That's all I care about. I hate fighting. I hate the shit out of it. Snooks, can you unhook a bra one-handed? I can. I can do it both-handed. Just snap it right off. I figured those puzzles out early on. Green Eyes, you could put all that on a bingo card and play Trump bingo. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Snooks. Holy, thank you so much, Ghostly, for the 50 doll hairs over on Rumble. You're badass, Ghostly. Thank you so much for the support. It says tits. You hear that, Klaus Daniels? Tits. That's right. Thank you so much, Ghostly. You're awesome. Thank you. What's up, Pep Killer? Happy freedom to you. What are you doing? What are you doing? You want some attention? God forbid you don't get all the damn attention all day. Here you go. Right in the camera. Say hello. Say hello. Yes. Yes. All right. All right, Bazooka Cat. There you go. Attention received. What's up, Plastic Quack? Happy freedom to you. Because today Trump is going to prattle on and on about corruption. Yes, I assume so. Boston, is Candace really infighting? Who is she infighting with? Thank you, Pumpkin. You're the bestest. Jay Tyler, what it would be like to date a liberal? Yeah, I don't know how it ends up that way, but I always end up dating girls that are Democrats and stuff. I don't know why that is. It never works out, and then I wonder why. Happy freedom to you, Day9. If I didn't get you already, I kept meaning to. Watchman, glad I gave you homework. It's good, though. I always feel a sense of accomplishment once I can figure it out. That's like this puzzle. This one was very difficult when I first got it, and I do this one to relax from the stress of doing this one. So we'll get it figured out. Oh, I appreciate you kids today. Thank you for being with us. Sassy Patriot showing off that Klaus for you. Puff and Stuff, the crazy ones. Yeah, they taste good, but man, they're bad for your permanent record. Hey, thanks for being with us, Tom. Enjoy the rest of your night. Guess I'm in Fat Jeff. Yeah, that's me. That's me. Meta, how they do that? Were you talking about the AI video? I don't know who made that up. It's actually a pretty good one, because normally when you see AI videos, they sort of look like Trump. But that one did pretty well at depicting President Trump. Guess who? Jeff can use his toes for that. That's only on the Only Hooligans. Salty Alien, solid list. Well, thank you. We'll put together something. I don't know if we're going to do a bingo card or not. I've tried to do that before, and it's kind of a pain in the ass. People actually want you to like pay and stuff to do bingo cards. We'll see. I'll put something together, though, for the drinking rules, and then we'll paste it at the top. Lee Bart, they're all upset because Patel had a beer. Yeah, I saw that. Cash Patel was celebrating with the hockey team or whatever, and everyone's like, he's over there celebrating on tax dollars. Yeah, it's still better than sending it to the Ukraine. Zero puzzles Jeff's new fidget toy instead of chapstick. I mean, I'm still flipping the chapstick. I wonder how many miles is on this fucking thing. This thing's, it's got to be 1 million miles at this point. I sit here and flip it all day, even when I'm not live. It's how I process stress, I guess. That and pacing the house. I pace the house so bad you can see like worn marks in the carpet from the path I take. Pep Killer, liberals want a strong man and then they realize they can't control you. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, I appreciate you, Master Dork. Thank you for being with us today. All right, let's do a thing, you hooligans, before it's State of the Union time. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we did the thing. Let's figure out who we're raiding. But first, we got to cut off Twitch because it's against Twitch's community guidelines to show the raid. They think we're doing bad things even though we're not, and they're too stupid to appeal when these kind of incidents happen. So instead of fighting the system, we're just going to cut the system off. If you're watching on Twitch and you want to be a part of the raid, go ahead and join YouTube, Kick, Rumble, jeffmaclive.com, or X, because we are live on those platforms and they suck a little less than Twitch does. So you are welcome to join us for the raid. Otherwise, I will see all of you Twitch hooligans tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern time. Actually, no, I will see you for the State of the Union address because we will be live on that. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow around 5 for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. Everybody else sit tight because we're about to raid out over on Rumble. And just like that, Twitch is gone. All right, let's figure out who we're raiding over on Rumble. Then we are going to end the live, and we'll be live again for the State of the Union address. Who's live? Who's live? Who we raided yesterday? What day is it? Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. We raided somebody yesterday. You guys remember that? Was it Rotella? Is that who we raided? Toasty's live. What is Toasty doing? Hanging out. Handy's. Oh, it was Handy. That's who we raided yesterday. It was Handy. Frag's live. We haven't raided Frag in a long time. I think we should raid Frag. Oh no, he might be wrapping it up. Maybe not. Maybe not. He's playing Arc Raiders. Let's give him the raid. There we go. Hit that like button as soon as you land. Let's get raiding, you hooligans.
Raider. Okay. Surge shield, recharge your energy clips. Yeah. We're definitely gonna hop back into some more tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do that. Jeff Mac with the raid. Oh my. Shout out to each and every one of y'all in the building, man. Stoner with a boner, Ghostly in the building, Slide Dog. What's happening, OG, triple OG, double triple OG, Zero in the building. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's going on with y'all? Jeff, how was the stream, homie? How was it? How'd it go? Happy Freedom Hair Juice. What's happening? Pumpkin. What's going on? How the live going? Dog, I am having such a good time right now here. I'm having a damn good time. It was good? Hell yeah. Sassy Patriot, what's happening? Hooligans in the building? Hooligans in the building? Cass! Smash those buttons, hooligans unite. That's what I'm talking about. Let's fucking go, my man, with the play. It's Fragniac. We're about to try this new update out. Let's go. Yeah, yo, the raids have been great. You know I run with randos, right? I mean, I run with the regular crew, okay? But I also run with randos as well. We had a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun running with some randos, dude. Solid randoms today, bro. Solid. It's very rare that I run into more than one a stream that's solid. We ran into 2 or 3 that were solid randos, dog. The last team that we had, they were ass. We hatched out in a Raider hatch because one of them had the proximity chat on, and I could hear myself. I could hear that I had to mute him. The other guy was talking. He said, "Oh, he's got his mic. Whose mic is that? This echoing." And I said, "Oh, it's this guy." Then I said, "Hey, is everybody good? Everybody, let's go over here." Nobody said anything, so I just left their ass. But aside from that, we've had some great raids, dog. We've cleaned up, bro. We were at 200K yesterday, 435K today. Oh my goodness.
Okay, that's pretty impressive.
Patriot, you're so hot. I ran with Jeff Mack once. He thought I was working with Chris Hansen. It's a long story. That is crazy. Are you gonna frag or what? I was getting ready to get off. But since you said that, Sly Dog, let's get in. Can't believe I'm doing this. Had the stream all set up and everything, and then the raid happened. So we gotta stay. Now I'ma stay ya. Playa. Shout out to Grim Hollywood. That's his. Can't take credit for that, even though I like to. Let's get back out here, okay? Let's get.
Fantastic raid, you hooligans. Good stuff. Well, we got 25 minutes until President Trump is walking out, or expected to walk out, for the State of the Union address, and we are going to be covering it. So we're going to be wrapping this up. We're going to read through really quick. But like I said, we got the State of the Union coming up next. Hey, I appreciate you, Matt Rogers. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Go say, I came looking for booty. That's right. Totally care, making food. Sounds good. Hopefully I see you for the State of the Union address. Ghostly, totally care. Yeah, you guys were right. It was handy yesterday. I was having a Joe Biden moment there. Meta, you're awake now? That's good. We got the State of the Union coming up next. Yeah, I appreciate you, Nephilim. Thank you for hanging out with us today. All right, hooligans, it looks like we're good to go. Well, I appreciate you, Zero. I'm trying to eat something really quick. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I got to set up the live, and we'll see how much free time I have. Either way, I appreciate all of you guys being here. Like I said, we got the State of the Union coming up next, but if I don't see you for that, I will see you tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern time for the very next Coffee with Hooligans. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Thank you for helping me cover the news, and thank you for helping me make the news suck a little less. You guys are fantastic. I appreciate all of you guys. Go find some good food, have fun, be safe, stay warm, and do the thing. And like I said, if I don't see you at the State of the Union address, I will see you tomorrow for more Coffee with Hooligans. Huge shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership programs, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate all of you hooligans, and I wouldn't be able to do any of this if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.